This is 69 News Live at Sunrise. Your life, your world, your news. 69 News Live at Sunrise.
All right, Ed, I'll take it. Thanks so much. Well, an Australian accent always cheers you up when the weather forecast is a little gloomy, and we have one for you this morning. We're talking about the mentoring craze today, something that international productivity expert Neen James says many businesses just can't get enough of. Neen joins me in the studio to explain and to share some tips for effective mentoring. You'll always cheer us up, no matter the forecast. Neen, good morning.
G'day, how you doing?
Thanks. Good, thanks for being with us. So let's talk, you know, when I hear mentoring, I think peer mentoring back in junior high school that we did with our peers. What are we talking about here when we say this mentoring craze that you say is all the rage?
So mentoring is kind of like tapping into the brilliance of someone's experience. You want from your mentor the good, the bad, and the ugly, and a mentor's going to help you do that. So think about coaching as someone who asks lots of questions. A mentor shares experience.
Okay, so are we talking in the business world or in our personal lives?
It's both. A personal mentor might have been your grandmother who might have shared with you their experience as they grew. A business mentor is someone who is going to accelerate everything for you. So a business mentor is going to share how they did it, and you can learn the best from them. So it applies to both.
Great. So you've been traveling all over the place. You've been keeping me updated on where did you said 21 places in the last 28 days?
I've done 21 presentations in the last 28 days.
Crazy. Well,
it is crazy.
Thank you for fitting us into that busy schedule before you take a much needed vacation. So what are you finding? You know, why is this such a hot topic right now?
People are time starved. We are being asked to do so much more with less. People are busy, stressed. So what they want is they want an accelerated way to learn. Mentoring is a very accelerated way to have customized learning from someone. People don't have time to attend really long programs, and this mentoring is the best way to do it because it's accelerated and it's customized as well.
Okay, so how do we find a mentor? You know, how are you paired up with a mentor?
One of the ways I always advise my clients is to look at people that you admire. When I was writing my book, The Secrets of Super Productivity, one of the tips I said was look in your industry for someone that you admire. Follow their progress and then start to reach out to them. Tell them what it is you admire and then decide if that's someone you want to learn from, start to connect with them.
Okay, so once you find that perfect mentor, let's talk about some guidelines for effective mentoring. You say it starts with a written agreement.
It does, and I'll tell you why. I believe that mentors are just as busy as you and I are, if not more so. So by having a written agreement, you can be very clear about what you both want to achieve out of the relationship and what the goals and objectives are. And that way, too, it has a set time frame.
I was going to say, you say this isn't, it shouldn't be a let's just, you know, chat and mentor as long as it takes type of thing, right? There is a limit.
Yes.
Okay.
And I believe that if you could set a time limit, when I work with women in my Stiletto mentoring program.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Do you love that?
Do you have any openings?
We work with people initially for 6 months. And that way there is a very clear guideline. Now, many of them roll over every 6 months. I have one person who's been with me for 2 years now. She loves it. However, I believe you do need a set period of time.
Okay, and how often should you meet? What do you think?
Monthly.
Okay.
Monthly, you would be surprised. You and I know how quickly a month rolls around. And that way, too, you make it a very important appointment in your calendar, and that way you both honor that time.
And how important is it that these monthly meetings be very organized?
Incredibly essential. Treat it like the most important business meeting you've had all month, or personal meeting. I believe you need to have an agenda. Have a really clear idea of what you want to achieve in the time that you have the privilege of being with your mentor.
And between the meetings, you know, in the month that goes by, you say don't put everything you talked about on hold. You have to do your homework.
Absolutely. You need to do your homework. Whatever your mentor asked you, talk to you about, see if you can take that experience and be able to apply it in your personal or your professional life. You better do your homework, otherwise you're wasting your mentor's time.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about thanking. Why are they important?
Mentors are sharing so generously with you their experience. They're accelerating your learning and customizing it for you. Wouldn't it be great to promote them? My mentor in Australia, anytime I could promote him, I would, to new clients, for marketing opportunities, for TV. These are the types of ways that you can talk about them and share what you're learning from them.
And how important is confidentiality, Neen? You know, you want to talk about your mentor to others, but keep what you talk about in your session confidential, right?
Yeah, because as a mentee, you're sharing quite personal things sometimes with your mentor, and as a mentor, you're privileged to hear about what's going on in the mind of the person that you're working with. Confidentiality is absolutely vital, Eve.
And more great tips, Neen, in your book, which folks can find on your website, neenjames.com.
Yes.
And just lastly, what has the response been like from your clients that have followed these basic tips?
One of my clients I work with in the pharmaceutical industry, she wanted to be more productive and wanted to be a better presenter. The work we did together, the executive committee said it was transformational.
Wow.
When you apply this to your life, you'll be more confident, more productive, and your relationships will be so much deeper.
Great, Neen. Such good tips, as always. Speaking of being more productive, we're going to talk about the power of just 15 minutes and how those minutes can transform your day. That's coming up when Neen returns. Stay with us.